This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So a guy was on holidays in Jordan at a campground and he wandered off from the campground to have a sneaky cigarette and then got attacked by wild dogs for an hour. A pack of wild dogs attacking him.
Shoo.
We're talking rabies, the whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
We are finding out that it is probably not a good idea to wander off from the group. Good morning, Fran.
Good morning.
Hey, Fran.
Hey, Fran, what have you got for us?
So I was on a Kentucky in America, my very first trip, to a big city. And I was in a group of about 50 and I was the only smoker back then in the train. And I wandered off and I was just out up the top because it was an underground club smoking all night. And when I went back down to go see my sister and the rest of the crew, they had all gone. The whole club was locked up.
Oh.
No one was around.
Oh,
And I had no idea where we were staying.
Of course.
My sister was the responsible one.
of course.
Yes.
And so I had to hop into a taxi and ask them where to take me to where the Kentucky people stay. And he's like, I can't what? And I
Can you take me to where the Kentucky people stay?
and so I said to him, can you just drive me to some hotels around the place?
What city were you in, Fran? Where were you?
In San Diego.
Oh, that's not very deep.
Okay, scratch that one off the list. Next. Hospitality Inn.
And then I found a little card that had the Days Inn on it. And I was like, oh my God, we're staying at the Days Inn. We're going to stay at the Days Inn. So he's like, okay, which one? I was like,
Okay, which one? It's like finding a card that says you're staying at Quest. Right, great.
Okay,
Where?
so which one? How long did it take for you to get there?
we got to the fourth one and I finally found the bus.
The fourth one.
The fourth
And
one.
so, the fourth hotel, the fourth Days Inn.
Yeah.
And on top of paying him to say thank you, I pashed him like this dirty old taxi driver.
This story's taking a turn, Fran.
Was that a request or was that to get you a discount?
That's a bit of sugar on top.
There was definitely no discount. He was very surprised, and so was I. But I was just stoked to be home.
How old were you? And how old was he?
He was probably in his 60s, and I was late 20s.
Fran.
So what? Wait there.
You're just so happy.
I want to know the psychology. So you get there, you say, "Oh my God, that's my hotel."
So
Lean in for a
relieved.
quiche.
Yep.
Yeah, is that what happened?
Yeah, I was pretty drunk,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I didn't really know what was going on. But I was just stoked, and I saw my sister again, and yeah.
Wow, mate.
Happy ending all round.
That's the first time he introduced surge charging.
Yes, amazing. Thanks, Fran. Andrew, hello.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Good,
Andrew,
buddy.
tell us why you shouldn't wander off from the group, Andrew.
Yeah, I was up at Mount Keith as a chef, and I'd broken away from the guys to go and put some laundry on.
Yeah.
So I see these wild emus outside the laundry little demountable room.
Yes.
So I go to say hello, and then the big mother emu comes and almost pecks my head off. So I was kind of bailed up in the laundry for about an hour trying to get out. Because the mother emu was on perimeter patrol, and I thought it's going to be a long day the way things are going at the moment.
And you know you can't outrun them.
No, you
so,
Did you have your phone on you so you
Yeah.
could at least text someone for help, or you didn't have any communication on
No, I left my mum in
course you
Madonna,
did.
so being a chef, I thought I'd better get some washing on as we needed,
Yes.
obviously, up there. And this emu was pretty nasty. I'm thinking, wow, I'm in a bit of strife here, and it kept poking its head through the window trying to peck at me, so bit of a worry.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Andrew.
maybe
general
just checking
rule-
on its drying.
I know you're being polite, but as a general rule, you don't walk up and say hello to emus. I don't think they
No,
like They
definitely.
don't like us.
No, they
Well,
don't.
when you're
no.
looking at the little chicklets and you kind of,
they're
the mother
cute.
starts trying to peck you, I just about shat myself, and I thought it's going to be a long laundry cycle.
Yes, it is.
At least you're in the right spot, aren't you?
That's right.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Now, unlike you both, I watched a lot of the coronation. with Marlene and Brian. And the funny thing is,
Why?
hear these bells right now? Hear these bells?
Yes, I hear them.
So this is the noise that Kate and Will had rocked up to, running late. They were running late. So imagine
How
that,
do
right?
they run late?
So imagine they're getting there. You know when you're all panicked and in a frenzy, right? That you're running late to something normal, let alone the coronation
Yes.
of your father who
But
is the king. But-
Everyone else has got traffic to blame and things
Yeah.
like that. The roads are closed for them.
Yeah.
So this is the sound they've rocked up to. Can you pump these bells up? This doesn't calm you down.
No.
This is.
I'm not going to get it. Shut it! Pick it up!
This only heightens the fact that you're late.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they would have been, anyway, they would have been in procession ready to go and be there on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, they had to walk in behind Charles because what had to have happened was they were supposed to go in before Charles. Everyone was to sit down, then everyone was
Yes.
to stand up as Charles and Camilla
course.
walked in. They threw a spanner and that worked. But you know what? No one was really talking about that too much because they were talking about poor Prince Harry. Prince Harry on his drive to the event.
The Abbey.
Every single person was going, oh, poor Harry. Every commentator, oh, poor Harry, sitting there by himself in the car. And then that was the theme for the entire day of speaking about poor Harry because he was there by himself. Here's some of Channel 7's coverage.
Most eyes on Prince Harry, travelling solo, Meghan and the children staying in LA, making the awkward walk alone to his seat.
It's really striking to notice that Harry is alone.
The chair for the spare, 3 rows back. In seating terms, that's Siberia. In the same row, they placed the disgraced Prince Andrew.
That's
Well, yeah,
Siberia.
you don't want to be in the same row as Prince Andrew. I get his
That's
point
quite
there.
dramatic, isn't
But
it?
the fact that they were saying something like, oh, poor Prince Harry, Meghan's not there. Had she gone there, it'd be like, oh, I can't believe she turned up.
100%,
So
yeah.
that way,
I'm with you.
damned if she didn't, damned if she didn't.
But on the flip side, and this is from Harry's point of view, she committed the ultimate relationship sin, and that is she let her partner go to a family function without her, and he needed her support.
Yes, because it's so awkward. We, as you said, we just heard that he was in the car by himself.
I mean, but
so
that would have
just
been
a focus.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Like you don't have anybody in your
But
ear.
isn't it
but-
part of
but
having
you
a
watch-
partner, isn't it? To say, like, when I'm not going to this by myself, you're married to me, you have to come with me.
Yeah, 100%, no.
And,
100%.
yeah.
And when you see everybody walking down, getting introduced
Yes.
and sitting with their partners and stuff like that, you would feel this is really.
So is that
odd.
what marriage is about? Making your partner go
Yes.
to things that they don't really want to be at?
One of the complaints I have, when we go to an event sometime, maybe I'll have to go somewhere first and Megan's late
Yes.
or the other way. Megan will always say to me, you have to come out and walk me in.
Oh,
wait, then what do you
really?
mean?
Oh, she doesn't want to just walk in and
So wait
find
there,
you.
so you're not going to the thing.
So-
Megan
so-
No,
is.
he's at the thing
You're at the
already.
thing.
Yeah, so last weekend there was a birthday party that we had to go to. We ended up going together, but before that, Megan was going to be late. And I said, mate, it's just at the South Fremantle Footy Club. You know,
Yes.
just walk into the bar. That's where you
Yeah.
are. No, you've got to come out and get me. And she's really been big on this over years.
Yeah, but you carry her around like Whitney Houston.
I do,
and
Nathan.
Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard, so she's used to that.
Yeah, I know, but at some stage you've got to
Yeah.
learn to
Yeah.
walk in on your own 2
Yeah.
feet.
And especially nowadays, because you used to like lob her over your shoulder like a sack of flour. Now
Yeah.
you carry her like you cradle her.
Actually, did that
nice.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It didn't go down too well.
It's nice. I think a lot of people might have gone to something that is the most horrendous thing to go to by yourself.
Is everyone looking at you? Of course,
Of course they are. How embarrassing. I mean, you don't have like rich commentators discussing your every move, but people are looking at you, and it's especially worse when your partner's the one that let you go by yourself. Oh, God, I'd be dirty about
So
that.
that's why it's an advantage to be single because there's no partner,
partner.
to blame for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
know,
haven't. You haven't been let down by somebody.
Yeah.
You're just there on your own.
But on the other side of things, going to events, Natalie, that you guys would have gone to, weddings and stuff like that. Do you like? Because you get put on that singles table.
Oh, my
No,
God.
there's no singles table anymore. That's a thing of the past.
Yes,
But okay, if you're not
Are
on
you
a singles
serious?
table and you're in a table with
Yes.
other people,
Or
and
like
they're
the
with
odd
their
chair on
partners
the
and that,
end.
you're just like,
I've got an engagement party this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So it's an engagement thing, and it's for Johnny's brother, right? So congratulations, Danny and Rosanna. Anyway, Johnny was telling me that Danny was talking about where I was going to
Seat,
sit,
yep.
and he was going to put me
Is it
on
a
the
sit-down formal engagement party?
yeah.
Oh, you
So
don't
it's
see
going to
those
be
very much.
a dinner sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
right.
anyway, so then he said, "Oh, Danny said to Johnny, Nathan's going to sit on the singles table, and I don't know any of these people, and that is so unfair."
No, but that's your future. The
Oh, well, you could.
tarot
Could be an
card reader
opportunity.
said you're
So
going find love.
Johnny knew exactly what I'd say, and he put his foot down. He said, "No, Nathan has to sit on the family table." So I'm the only non-family member sitting.
So
on
that's
the
weird.
So is that weird? Yeah.
But at least I know Johnny and Vanessa.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting next to them. I know
but
them.
like,
I know,
but
but that's-
maybe there's new friends to make.
I don't know.
You've just got to see it as an
Either
opportunity.
way, it's a. You know.
I don't see the friends I've got now. I can't put any new ones in the roster.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We are talking about when you've had to go to something by yourself, inspired by, Prince Harry, to turn up to that family function on his own.
God.
Centre of the universe
I
at
don't
that
think he
stage.
minded.
Yeah.
I think he was all right with
I
it.
reckon. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Him running to
If Megan was
Heathrow
there,
straight away
yeah.
afterwards.
Or Megan.
Well, he was always leaving because
Yeah, I know,
it's
but
Archie's
if he was
birthday.
okay being there, he would have stayed there for longer.
No,
let's be
but he
honest.
was going back for his kid's birthday,
Yes,
and
yeah,
that's fair enough.
Mate,
Yeah.
if his kid's birthday wasn't on there, he wouldn't have stayed there, and I wouldn't have blamed him. Mel's in Two Rocks. Hey, Mel.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Mel. We're
Mel.
talking about terrible things to rock up by yourself to. What have you got for us?
When I was 21, I was engaged to be married, and about 3 weeks before the wedding, I broke it off with my partner. We had a lot of people coming from overseas who had already arrived. It was quite a big
Mel.
Oh, Mel.
party,
Yes.
and considering the circumstances of the breakup, I had to rock up on my own and have everyone approach me and tell me, why didn't I go through with it?
Yes.
It's so sad. And I just had to sit there and smile and think to myself, oh, my God, if I could just tell you what's really going on. But,
Oh,
that was probably the worst I've ever been through in my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mel, that is tough. Some of the people, were they a bit pissed, mate, because they'd flown out?
No, I think they were just in shock, and even I had my bridesmaids even say, "Why didn't you just marry him for the money?" And I was just like,
No.
"Oh my God," because my life is worth more than $1.
Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
not.
No,
It's hard times
Sean
at the
is,
moment. You
Sean
see
is right.
inflation these days?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Hey,
I know.
Mel, so that was all just left up to you. You were the communicator of what happened.
Yeah, we both made an agreement that we would attend, but it was very hard. He arrived well before me. I had to make my own way there. It was pretty.
What an awkward gathering.
That is awkward. That is horrible, actually.
I
would
mean,
not.
a non-wedding.
It's
A
just
non-wedding.
It's terrible.
I mean, the only good thing for you, Mel, was that you were the one that called it off.
Would you marry for money, Nath?
Yeah.
Me too.
So do I. And I'm
Matt,
talking
You've got enough money,
I'm
Sean.
talking
Oh, yeah,
$7.
Thanks, Mel. Douglas, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Good,
Douglas.
Okay, what did you have to turn up to on your own?
Well, I wasn't intended, but I ended up there on my own. Sexpo in Brisbane. I was on holidays.
What happened there, Douglas?
Well, I was on holidays and we were catching up with a couple of friends. So I was meeting someone. We were going to get in the car and then go and visit the other friend. But we were going to have a look at Sexpo. They had a little bingle on the way.
Yeah.
And I was on the train in, and I sort of got there and it was like, well, they're not coming. And it's like, should I go in or not? And I thought, well, I've got nothing else to do. It was all right, but I felt like a pervy old
Yeah.
bugger.
You 100% would have looked like a pervy old person.
You would have. And what do? Do you buy stuff just to make sure you're there doing thing? I don't know.
No, I didn't buy anything. I just sort of had a look.
Just had a real good look.
I really wanted to go, and I thought, I'm on holidays. I'll go the first thing, I don't know what to expect. But,
Yeah.
it was sort of...
It's
was
okay, Douglas.
great, but,
All you have to do
it was
in that
just-
scenario, mate, is you just make sure you hover around and then lick your lips at people.
I know the next time I might be a bit more comfortable.
Yes, exactly.
Just hover around the fringes, you
Yes.
know, in that uncomfortable distance towards people.
Yeah, just a little bit too close.
Remember that one year we had the porn stars come in who were on their way to Sexpo,
Sexpo.
and you got them doing a video, Nath.
Yes, yeah, we did. What would happen if a adult film was shot at Nova? Let's just say the reception desk was extremely welcoming.
Thanks, Douglas.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Stephen K. Amos.
Oh my goodness! It's
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be out here and amazing to be performing at the Regal.
I know.
At the weekend of the coronation,
Yes.
of my long distance cousin, the King.
Are you a
no.
mad monarchist?
Am I a mad monarchist? I can't bear any of them.
No, same.
I'm joking. I was asked to do something for them, but I said no. I can't marry into your family.
You've done stuff for the royal family, though, wouldn't you? I've danced for the Queen.
Oh my God! They begged me, and I
Yeah.
said, "Of course." course.
So
yes.
raw variety performances and that kind of thing.
That kind of thing. They're so grand. The good thing about them is that they're a fundraising event.
Yep.
But the people who go there wearing black tie, all very smart, they pay a lot of money for their tickets. And if you go there and you tell a joke, the entire audience look at the rule box.
I just
they
saw
laugh,
it.
See
then they
if they're allowed to laugh.
Seal of approval.
What do you think of the coronation quiche? We don't agree with beans being put in a quiche.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we all know there's a cost of living crisis. They're trying to put the basics in there. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
I know, but
But
there's,
no
an
one has
egg,
the
there's
quiche
an
with
egg
the
shortage in the UK.
Oh my
So
yes. Do you know, it's so weird coming. We've just taken the leaf out of your books, right?
Yes.
Years ago, I came here, and the headlines back then were like, "There's no bananas." I was like,
Yes.
"What? No bananas on the front page." I'm like, "Really?" And I got back home.
It was a flood in Carnarvon. That's what it was.
Yeah. And then basically, when I left London, there's a huge shortage of fruit and veg in the UK.
Yeah.
And of course, we also, you may know this as well, in the last year, we had about 4 British prime ministers.
Yes,
Because
you
that's how
did.
we calculate time now.
And also, you're pissed off Europe.
Well,
So-
yes, of course.
And that's where everything's grown, right?
Well, exactly. But the revolving door of prime ministers came from you guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
You were
see
like, oh
what
my
you're
goodness,
saying.
what a good idea. Let's take that on board.
Can I
Let's
say
do
the
same.
funniest shortage for me has just happened recently, and that's the frozen chips shortage.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's been huge over
People were
here.
panicking.
I mean, that's a proper
It's like
crisis.
how I love a chip, but there were some people that obviously chips are an important daily
You
part
love
of their
a
routine.
chip?
No, I like
Well,
chips.
Who loves a
No,
chip?
I
That's
like
weird.
chips. Don't
Oh,
get
you
me
love
wrong.
a lot of
He means
chips.
like the royal chip.
Like-
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Royal chip, Stephen.
Can you imagine going to you say what's it, Big Mac or Burger King? What's that called?
Yeah, Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's, and going, can I have a meal deal? And they go, no chips. What?
What about a chip?
Yeah.
My favourite is someone going to get like a Big Mac meal or whatever, and then they ask for a Diet Coke. It's like, come on, come on.
Hey, Stephen, you talked about the Prime Ministers. We're just actually, I think it was a couple of days ago, we were talking about the Prime Minister that lasted a month. What was her name again?
Liz Truss.
So Liz she's under pressure at the moment being investigated because
Yes.
she went to the estate because she
Knocked
was
off
getting
the
herself ready, and
bathrobes.
she just went absolutely mental, £12,000 or £11,000. Do you think that's okay? If you get voted in,
Yeah.
Can you?
can't you
fox
have
off?
your moment and just go nuts?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to do it. Do you know what I mean? And let's not forget that Liz Truss was the Prime Minister at the time when Her Majesty sort of,
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are rumours saying that Liz
That's
Truss...
That's what
I mean, I'm not
pushed her
going to
over the
start
edge.
those rumours, but Liz Truss... I mean, there's a connection, isn't there?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's royal blood on her hands.
Absolutely.
Obviously. Have you stolen many things when you've been staying places? Because you're in a rife position to be able to flog stuff from certain places that you're doing gigs.
I'd like to say the word that if anything in a hotel
Souvenir.
room is yours at that moment. You've got, do you know what I mean? I've
the
paid
mattress.
the hotel room. I've taken a bed. I've taken a television.
They take a robe, for
I've
sure.
taken many robes.
Yes,
you
you
know,
would.
I do that thing of going, oh, there's a robe not in my room. It's missing. And they bring robes up every day.
Oh, nice.
And I gift them at Christmas.
So you
a
go
good- that's not a bad
there,
idea.
so you get into the room
Give them
and you
a
say there's no robe.
Yes.
And you've hidden it
Then
under
they
the
bring a
bed or
robe
something.
up, so you've already established the fact that there was never a robe.
Absolutely.
That is very
I
clever.
kid you not, my bathroom at home is beautiful. I haven't bought shower gel or
yes.
shampoo.
Can I
for
say,
years.
in Hong Kong, I stayed at a hotel called, my name's Nathan, of course, called the Nathan Hotel, and I took everything that wasn't pinned down, because now I've got Nathan Hotel slippers, Nathan Hotel toothbrushes. It's the best thing ever.
I just came back from Maldives just a couple of weeks ago with my wife for her birthday,
here we
right?
go.
Anyway, when we got there, as soon as we got there, she started nicking all the coffee pots and all the hair stuff and that. And I was so embarrassed, but she kept just going. In the end, she was the people come in every day and they put some Pringles in there. She's got, the kids would love these. You can't take Pringles home.
Also, the
do you
kids
know
can
what?
get Pringles at home. Like, it's not
Exactly.
like that's
That
a-
reminds me, like, I don't drink coffee, but my friends who come to my house to drink coffee, and I've been staying in a lovely sort of apartment hotel in Melbourne, and they have a lovely, expensive Nespresso machine,
Yeah.
and they replenish it every day. So I've just got these, the little capsule things.
the capsule
pods,
pods,
yeah.
I've got about 100 that I'm taking back to London. Somebody stop me.
Stephen K. Amos is in the house, everybody, and we told him to, check out a few things in our office.
Yeah.
What'd you find?
I saw, the first thing I spotted was an array of plastic bottles that have been wowing the youth in the United Kingdom.
Here too.
And the news footage of kids storming supermarkets,
Yes.
Yep.
begging their parents for this item called, I'll spell it for the non-clever at home, Prime. And I saw them in your office and I thought, oh my God, and there's multiple flavours.
Yes.
I thought, if I don't take one of these home,
You can take one.
I'm two.
You can
If I don't
take
take two of these home,
Yep.
then my nephews would probably disown
Yeah.
me because this is the close. I mean, I'm not into fads or whatever, but honestly, the hype that these got. This is now I know. Now I know the power of social media and
it's
TikToking
insane,
and all
isn't
this
it?
business, because this was changing hands.
And also,
£100.
Same here.
None of
Yeah.
the kids care about the liquid in there. They just care about the bottle.
To
It's
be
unbelievable.
seen with the
My
bottle.
mate Popey got me these from Esperance because here in Perth you could not buy them. So then he went to the shops in Esperance and he said none of the fad, the frenzy behind it hadn't caught up for the kids.
It
down
just stopped
there.
at Wave Rock. Before.
Yeah. So which two are you going to take? Which two
Well, I
flavours?
saw the double ones that you had. You've got another orange one, and you've got another. I think there's lemon lime.
We've never tasted it. It's crack one open.
That other one, which is I've tasted this one a few weeks ago. It is
pop.
disgusting.
Okay, you take that one home. Pick one. What are we going to do?
Take which one home?
No. You
The
can take whatever you
disgusting
want
one.
home. But if we got doubles of the lime and doubles of the orange,
Yes.
open one. Let's have a taste.
Oh, yeah.
I've
let's
never
do
tasted
this.
it. See if
Okay,
this
we're going to
stuff's-
go for the lime. But you know what? I mean, should we do this or not auction it off for $1,000?
Oh,
No, we don't need the
you
money.
can get them now.
Sean's got heaps of money,
Sean's
so
got
it's
heaps
fine.
of money.
Oh,
Sean's
yeah.
very wealthy.
Right, here goes. Wow. Should I try it first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
This is the lime one.
Yeah. Is it any good?
I can't even taste lime.
Oh, of course.
What
you're
can
gonna
you taste?
lime.
I can taste dirty water.
That is disgusting.
It's a sugar fest, isn't it?
Oh my god. That is.
I love how we're all drinking out of the same bottle.
Remember
No
COVID
problems
safe?
here.
Well, it's a little bit of cooler cordial.
It
Yeah,
smells
but
like cooler
you
cordial.
know what? You could make another 4 bottles out of that with water because that is
Yeah,
too
good.
strong.
Good.
That is too strong a cordial.
Oh, it's gross.
No, there's other
you're
ones
not
that are
drinking
worse.
it.
That
for
can't
the-
be good for you.
You're not drinking it for
It does
the,
feel like there's
taste.
a lot of sugar in there.
Yeah.
That's not the low sugar one, is it? It's got a horrible aftertaste.
Oh. Anyway, well done, kids. What's next?
Right,
Well
then I
done,
also
Logan Paul.
found something I think quite interesting.
Yeah.
There was an array of plastic swords.
Yes.
And I'm trying to wonder whether there was some sort of Xena the Warrior Princess.
A great reference.
I don't know. Well, or some sort of, what's that where they pull the sword out? The,
Sword of the Stone.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. I thought maybe it's that.
But you saw many swords.
But I
what,
saw
many
many,
swords, yeah.
yes. So I'm
I
wondering
linked
what's...
that many swords thing.
Well, firstly, I have a link to Xena Warrior Princess. So I come from Kalgoorlie, and she worked on the mines there for a while.
Lucy
before-
Lawless?
Yeah, before she
Is that
was-
true?
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to be so rude just then.
What?
She's a big girl. She quite...
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She like
She's a
my-
warrior.
yeah,
she's
she's
a
like an
warrior
Amazon woman.
princess.
Yeah,
It's
she's
in
a
the
warrior
titles.
princess.
Well, I know that.
I wouldn't got one of the Olsen twins to play her.
I thought it was CGI. I thought it was really tiny.
No, she's in the open cut mines, like lifting
Yes.
boulders and throwing it. And I go, oh, I found some gold here. She did that, didn't
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she did.
absolutely did that.
Yeah, that was like her war cry.
Yeah.
All right, so
I don't even know why did we have
Game of
many
Thrones.
It was
wasn't
a Game of Thrones. They made it like a fake.
Game of Thrones chair?
Yeah.
The
throne.
The throne.
all right, fun fact, never seen Game of Thrones.
Fun fact, me either.
Wow.
I
is
know,
that
we're the
weird?
only two in the world.
It's weird.
That's
So
seen
strange.
Star Wars?
I mean, I have seen.
You've never seen Star
I've
Wars?
seen the
Star
original
Wars.
3.
What are you talking about?
Do you know,
patchy after that.
sci-fi for me doesn't really, you know.
Yeah, me either.
love
Do
sci-fi.
you know what I've got? You know what I've got that you probably don't have?
What?
An imagination. I make my own stories up in my head.
Wow, I'm being
Yeah,
attacked.
That was
right.
attacked.
Yeah.
That
being
was
attacked.
attacked.
Now he's hitting me with his
plastic
sword.
Oh, hello.
And you brought in one last thing.
One last thing, which is very, very agreeable. It's very soft in my hand. It looks like a breast, I guess, and a nipple. It looks
No,
like.
well,
It is.
It is.
I got that from my travels in Hong Kong, and I went past because I'd never, had much time with my hands on a breast. So I wanted to bring it back and say, Sean, is this right? And Sean said, yeah, no worries. Then he
Normally they come in
took off in the
pairs.
toddlers with it for two hours. But
just cleaning
this
it.
here has now transformed. It's like a stress ball, but it's got
Yes.
a nipple on it, right? So this here is now the mood boob. So we put it in our office, and if the nipple is facing up, everything's okay. But if you walk in and the nipple's facing down, the office is in distress. So
that's
means
how you know.
You just
All
enter
right.
gingerly.
Right. So this is your sort of take on feng shui, is it?
Yes,
Is that
yes,
what-
Yeah, I guess
Sure.
so.
Yeah, nip
Yeah,
shui.
Nip- Why don't you just come in the office in a good mood? How about that? How about that?
That's a lot. We get up at
I
4
know
a.m.
when Sean comes in the office, he's in a good mood.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
She's made music mean something again.
And she sung it from a mountaintop, literally. Ricky Lee, good morning.
Good morning. I'm just trying to figure out how to put make music mean something again. I'm trying to figure out if I can put that on a big red hat or something.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Ricky, the song's really good.
Yes.
The song's really good. You know
Thank
why?
you.
Because you feel like you know it.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like a warm hug.
Yeah, it feels good.
And we had a look at the film clip as well, where you're in, like, first of all, you're in in black and white in the rain, and then later you're wearing a black dress on a snowy mountaintop. Now, were you freezing? It looked freezing.
I was freezing. It was freezing. I can't even tell you because it doesn't look like I'm freezing. But in that first half of the video, when I'm in the white dress,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to put out the footage because there is like I thought I was gonna die. I've never been so cold in my whole life. It wasn't just like like a little chill. It was 2 degrees. The wind chill was below zero. We were up on the top of a mountain, and I was being rained on, not by cute little sprinkler rain, but like fire hose rain that was coming from a freezing cold water tank of water that was coming down on me like bullets to my face, and I'm having to like perform and be all like ethereal in a gown
Yes,
or
on my own. Yes.
But every now and then I'd be like squeal and then have to like push, and my eyelashes were falling off and my weave was showing and my dress was falling down and I couldn't feel my feet, and it was just the most awful experience of my life, but it
looks great.
It does look great. And you know what? That kind of explains why you're still wearing your bathrobe this morning to keep warm from that time when you were shooting.
like hypothermia that she's still recovering from.
Well, I mean, anyone that listens to the show, to the show in the afternoons knows, when I'm at home, this is what I wear. I walk in the front door, I take off all my clothes, I put on my robe and my slippers, and that is how I live my life. And I think that's how everyone should live their life. What kind of a psychopath wears jeans at home?
Oh, same. or someone at home, like lying on the couch or like, relaxing wearing a button-up shirt. What are you doing?
That's illegal.
It's not relaxing.
You are a serial killer.
Yes.
People that wear shoes inside the house, like actual boots
Straight
and stuff.
out.
Like, take them off. Why are you wearing undies still? Take them off.
Hey, Ricky, my mum's got this house nightie that it's maroon and it's short. It's actually too short. and she just sits there with it. And we always laugh because, like, mum doesn't particularly like leaving the house too much. And when she does, we always laugh because mum puts on proper outside clothes.
Yes.
And then we always talk about when we get back to mum and dad's house, the nightie's going to be up at the window crying, going,
yes,
where are you? Where are you?
So
Why did it crawl back onto her body?
A surprise visitor. Does she squeal and run to the room?
Oh, no,
run to the room?
the nightie's so much part of her, she will answer the door in it. Ooh. And it is just a bit too short.
So are you fine with that too? People are knocking at your door, Ricky? People coming to visit?
So there are people that like I have like flower delivery sometimes, people for my birthday or whatever, and so the people at the florist and the like the mailman, it's like I hear people around, around people talk about that. Oh, they're the people that live in their robes. They're the robe people. That's what we're called, the robe people.
So your hubby's the same. He's a robe guy. Two robe people found one another. Yeah.
Yeah, we have found each other. We're like two little sloths that just like lay around in our robes and like binge watch crime shows and love it.
Hey, I don't know if you've noticed, but we had an eclipse here yesterday. Did you hear about it? The eclipse?
I did hear about that, yes.
Thank you. So
I'm pretty proud of it. It's like we had the Olympics.
And we were playing Total Eclipse of the Heart. Actually, everybody was in WA. And to be honest, probably around the nation because that's how they were reporting on it.
But isn't that the law? Like you have to play that song.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was really clever. Meghan Trainor just recently brought out a song, Mother. And I was going, God, she's clever because there aren't too many songs about mothers out there. And she said that one of the reasons that she did it was on purpose because then she knows a lot of expectant mothers and stuff will use it on TikTok. So my question is, Ricky, when you're creating a new song, do you sometimes think what isn't being sung about? Something as simple as an eclipse or something as simple. And then write a song about that, knowing that will be used when...
like there's not a lot of songs about Labor Day. And yet we have it every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've heard, it's that people want a song about Labor Day.
Of course they do.
They just want it.
And the
They're
chorus
gagging
is,
for it.
That kind of labour.
Good Friday.
And then a little
Good Friday song.
But that
metal
hasn't come
scream.
up, Ricky. That hasn't come up with any of your people. This is an angle we need to go.
You should.
No, not that one.
But listen, say like a Melbourne Cup, right? There's Dark Horse, Katy Perry,
Yes,
horses.
I did write a song called Giddy Up. I did write a song called Giddy Up, and I was like, that'd be sick for the race. But then, the races became not such a cool thing anymore.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.